So I have this flower in my back garden and it has pretty nice colours, so I think we're going to work on painting these. We can either do the whole bunch or an individual flower. That might be easier for us. So first we're going to start off by drawing a sketch of the flower. So we're going to draw the center part, and again this doesn't need to be perfect because we're just using this as a guideline. You can draw it however you want. Now that I've finished the sketching, as you can see, it's definitely not the same. However, like I said, this is just there for a template. We are going to be adding color now. I'm going to be using watercolor like I've said before, but you can use coloring pencils or felt tip. So when looking at the picture initially, I can see that the base colors are this light pink and white. So I'm going to start off by making a pink, since I don't have one in my palette, by adding the red and white together and then painting onto my sheet. And that does look like a good color. I'm probably going to add a little bit more white. Again, we're just creating a base color for this. So as you can see, some of the flower has some white parts around the edges mainly. So for that, I've just left it blank. I'll quickly show you how I've done it on this flower here. So right now, I think I'm pretty sure I'm working on this petal. So for that, I will leave the edges mostly blank. Don't worry if you haven't already. Like I said, we're going to work in layers of this color. So I'm just going to make sure that I leave these parts all blank. So now we're going to go start adding some details like this veins right here, and they're much more of a darker pink. I've started here by adding some, you definitely add some depth into the painting, and I'm going to show you an example of how I do. So we're going to be working on this petal right here. We're going to start off by going from the center to the edge like so. On my paintbrush, I've just made a darker pink right here, and the brush that I advise to use is something like this, super thin and flat. That way you can have more control. So let's start doing that and build up in layers. That way it's better technique. It's always better to add less than to add too much and then work from that. You can always add water to kind of make the color go even further by blending it like that. And again, just work until it kind of looks similar to the picture. Now that I've finished most of the flower, I'm going to add the center details of the flower. I'm going to do that by taking some brown and red, and like we did before, we sketched these sort of parts. So I'm just going to take the paintbrush and paint over it like that. Now that I've finally finished the flower, I just wanted it to pop more. I decided to take some of my blue and add it to the background with a larger brush, and I'll get back to you guys once it's done.